Hey everyone, it's David here. Welcome back to another Wizard 101 video. I hope everyone has had a great day today. So today we're just going to be talking about the things that KingsIsle have done right. The good things that KingsIsle have done. So, you know, it's a Sunday. On Sundays, I'm thinking about just doing a talking topic really every Sunday. Just because I don't have that much time to wait for a match and do a match on Sundays. Because I wake up, watch church, and then the rest of the day I just watch football all day, and then I go to sleep. So really not much time to do anything else. But you know, this topic is something that I've thought about doing for a while now, because one of the videos, one of the signature videos on my channel is basically just me detailing and documenting the rise and fall of KingsIsle and Wizard 101 as far as where they went wrong. And how, you know, they had such a huge rise and such a steep fall due to a major key mistake by the former CEO, Elliot Killian, you know, just diverting resources from Wizard 101 towards unsuccessful major flop mobile games. But you know, that was years ago, right? That was years ago. Like, even before KingsIsle was just straight up bought out by another company, by MGI, even before that, they started, you know, having a lot of improvements to their game. They allowed us to skip pet games. This is something that people have been asking for a while, and, you know, they finally allowed everyone to, you know, as long as you win the game, win 25 games, and then you could just start skipping the games. The reason that I stopped training pets was because I honestly just could not handle the repetitiveness of those games. I could not handle the repetitiveness of the pet games, so I couldn't do it anymore. But now that there's an option to skip, I've actually been training pets again. So that was a very, very important thing, and it was a right thing to do. And it was a great decision by KingsIsle. Another thing they did is they nerfed mobs and bosses that were too difficult for people to defeat. The first character that I was trying to level up, I was literally stuck at not even a boss, just like a mob quest in Avalon. It was like where you had to defeat, it might have been Celestia. It's either Celestia or Avalon. Actually, it might have been Celestia. I think it was in a grotto. There were these mobs called Crustacean something. They were ice school, and I couldn't beat them. Literally just could not beat them because I was questing by myself and I couldn't beat them. And now that I'm making a new character, I went to that place again, and they literally halved the health. Like, they halved the health of those mobs. Like, those ice mobs used to have 4k health. Now they only have 2k, right? So, you know, I wasn't the only one that just could not get past those mobs. And as well as other bosses as well. You know, they nerfed what they needed to nerf. Another thing they've done is member rewards. They basically have a new member reward literally every week, and most of them are pretty useful, right? That's something they used to have literally zero benefits for being a member. But now they have those member rewards, right? A lot of people have been saying, hey, KingsIsle, why don't you ever give anything for free? Well, look at all the things they're giving. Well, not necessarily for free, because you still need to get a member, but look at all the things they've done to show people appreciation, right? Like all the codes for special holidays, all the free member events that if you're already a member, you get this add-on for free. You know, making ranked PvP free as well. I mean, they're you know, they've done a lot. They've done a lot to show their appreciation for the players. They've added, you know, the team up button, which because the real draw of this game, you know, when I think back to when I was a kid and what really got me really loving this game was the social aspect. Just the idea of making friends, because a lot of people have problems, right? We have problems and we have a difficult time making friends in real life, but in the game it's a lot easier to make friends. And that's one of, if not the real key true draw of Wizard 101. They've also added, you know, join a team, right? This kiosk right here, join a team. This social tab right here, you know, I always said if I was younger, if I was a kid, I would be doing this all the time, right? This is really fun. You get to meet new people. The pet hatching kiosk, right? In the past, you literally had to just find people and beg people. Just be like, hey, please hatch, please hatch, please hatch. I mean, that was just ridiculous. I mean, the idea of having to, like, beg people just to have a good pet, like, to hatch with you, I mean, that's just crazy. Really fantastic idea, just having a kiosk where you could just browse pets by talent and just hatch there with the kiosk instead of having to find people, right? That was a huge positive thing that they did. Another thing that they've done is the $2 spellment packs, right? Where you get, I think, one spellment pack a week where it's only spellments. The first pack you're guaranteed to get that Steel Pip spell. And it's just all spellments, and it's very, very reasonably priced, right? It's only $2 a month. I bought that, a couple of weeks ago. I haven't redeemed it yet, but, I was really happy with it because, it's really fairly priced and it only gives you spellments. Just a really fantastic response to players saying, hey, the spellments are way too pay to win. And they responded with, okay, I see what you're saying. Like, if you're buying packs, there's only a small chance of dropping spellments. So here, let us introduce a pack where it's only spellments and it's very reasonably priced. Another thing they've done, mounts, right? You can buy mounts with gold now, right? If you go to the mounts section, permanent mounts, go all the way down. Look, you could buy certain classic mounts with gold now, and that's huge, right? It's huge because walking on foot is just too slow, right? It's too slow. It takes way longer to quest. But look, like anyone who wants to get a mount could get a mount. Another thing that they've done is they made the certain crown items, specifically garden items like couch potatoes and magma peas. They made those farmable, right? If you farm certain bosses, the drop rates are honestly pretty decent. Like if you farm for like 2 whole days, like you'll literally have like a very large size farm of all couch potatoes. Couch potatoes, 1,500 crowns. They actually reduced the price. I think it used to be 2,500 crowns. Magma peas, 1,200 crowns, right? These two cost crowns, but if you know what to farm, right? If you research, Google it, you can farm bosses that drop these, and you're basically saving on a lot of money, and you have a really good farm, and you have really good mega snacks, which essentially also makes pet training basically free if you have the patience to wait for energy. They reworked spells, right? Spells that have problems, they've reworked it. They made them no PvP, or they just reworked it, right? KingsIsle always had a history of reworking spells that needed reworking. Even way back in the days, right? 2008, 2009, when Wild Bolt was, 10% accuracy and always did 1,000 damage, right? I remember I used to do 2v2s where my PvP partner and we literally, like, my PvP partner had a max storm, and he just enchant a bunch of wild bolts with either accuracy or damage, and he'd give me half, and we'd do 2v2s, and we just spam wild bolts. It was really, it was fun times, right? But, I bring that up because people still complain about PvP being broken. Don't get me wrong, it's not, it's perfect, it still has work to be done. But it used to be way more, it used to be way more crazy back in the days where literally every team match you did, people were just spamming Wild Bolt. And basically it just, everyone trying to spam Wild Bolt, everyone fizzling, and then whoever basically cast the first few Wild Bolts without fizzling win the match. And that was basically how team matches were. With the level bans, they basically fixed puppeting. They fixed a certain parts of traditional boosting where you're using a level 50 and facing a level 100, you're using a level 1 and facing a level 20, 30 or whatever, right? Level bans was a very good thing that they did. It was a concept that I introduced, but I'm not going to take credit for it because at the end of the day, I don't watch WizTubers, so I don't know if a bigger WizTuber also talked about it. And also, KingsIsle, they're smart people. They probably thought about it before I thought about it, so who knows. Another good thing that they've done is making PvP turn-based. Right, I remember at the time when they were thinking about making PvP turn-based, there was a huge ruckus about, people saying, no, I don't like change, don't do it, I want it how I used to be, no change, KingsIsle, I do not like change, I'm scared of change. And now, look at how great turn-based is, right? Look at how great turn-based is. Turn-based is such a better system than the former system, because in the former turn system, if you were second, you were dominated. Now, I get the concept of, if you win from second, it's actually very rewarding. Yeah, that's true, but still, 90% of the times you're getting dominated. And I get that in turn 10% of the times you can pull out a good strategic win and you feel happy about it. But I just don't want to be dominated, right? You could also pull out a strategic win in turn-based, right? It's just a better turn system overall, where you're not completely dominated. You're not constantly having to try to predict your opponent's moves, right? You can actually make your moves and then counter your opponent's moves and you're not constantly behind. Another thing that they did well is they've removed about, you know, approximately 2% of boosters from the leaderboards, right? There's about 200 boosters on the leaderboards, give and take, on a conservative estimate. They've removed about 5 people, which is about 5%, which is about 2% of the actual boosters from the leaderboards. They've been trying to patch boosting and enduring. The level bands basically helps patch traditional boosting a lot. They've also been trying to patch enduring, right? Now when you get a match, you confirm, and you try to either port out or go to another round, it takes you out of that match. How well is that designed? Is that going to actually solve enduring? We'll have to see, right? We'll have to see how well that works. You know, hopefully they test that before they launch 5th Age and make sure that it works and it covers basically all corners. They've been trying to balance schools as well. You know, that's something that's really good. But the thing I will say about, you know, trying to balance schools is, when you balance schools, you have to rely on statistics, right? Win rate of schools. The problem is you cannot balance schools before you patch boosting and enduring, because otherwise your statistics aren't real. You have to patch boosting and enduring before you can even think about balancing schools. Like, they've been putting so much effort into balancing schools, and it's the wrong order. And that's basically it. This is really just the surface level of everything they've done. They've done so many good things, and, you know, I don't think KingsIsle gets enough credit. Like, people always talk about the bad things about the game, but I think it's about time that we, you know, give KingsIsle credit where credit is due, and just respect and rejoice in all the great things that they've done and will continue to do. So that's basically it for this video. Let me know what you think about it. If you also have, you know, more things that you think they did well, then let me know as well. That's basically it for this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, see ya.
Ever since the day that you